Hello friends, so excuse me, today's video is gonna be about the nootropics stacks. Well, first of all, uh, quick definition and easy definition of nootropics is, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's so okay. So nootropics is related to your mind and your brain. It's some like could be medication, could be herbal combo, and so anything you take, any herb, uh, herbal combo, or even synthetic or doctor's medication, which is related to you affect your mind and your brain. We can call it nootropics. Actually, this is the definition I created, but okay, so it's herbs, something that enhances your cognitive abilities. So obviously it's going to affect your brain and your mind, and ultimately, since your brain is connected to your body, you're going to have an effect on your body too. Now now we why I am talking about the nootropics. This is directly related to your health, and how your health is related to the motivation factor, the inspiration factor. So I get up in the morning, and and now I have no motivation. So I'm gonna maybe drink a cup of coffee or two cup of coffees or 10 cup of coffees. I need a lot of motivation. Number one. Number two, my body and my brain sensors are used to caffeine and coffee components, so it doesn't do nothing to me at all. The only thing is, since it's really hot, it makes me go to the restroom, and that's about it. My sensors are absolutely used to coffee, caffeine, and so I need something new that my body is not used to, or maybe more potent or more different. And as you can see, I just got up from the bed, and I need motivation, and I need nootropics myself. But anyways, that's how the nootropics are connected with the gym, with exercise and your health. Because when you get up or you wanna do exercise, you gotta have motivation factor, something inside, or inspiration. Now, where it's gonna come from? That's hard to come by. Motivation and inspiration. Believe me, even the celebrities, they fail to motivate and inspire people. I open the door, I go out, and I see fat people walking all over the state of Florida. Pardon my language, I didn't mean to say F word, fat, but I meant to say metabolically challenged. Seriously, I am not mocking them. I'm just saying that that's what people observe, and that's why. So the moral of the story is, motivation and inspiration is hard to come by. It's like a spark, initial spark you need, so you can start your exercise. Okay, and I understand that's because I am in the same thing I need. So I understand the suffering of all those people who wanna lose weight, look good. Who doesn't? Including myself. All right. That's exactly where nootropics come in. They as soon as you take them, the way some people, most of them, you just take them orally from your mouth. There are some that you can use as a nasal spray. They act more faster. So that's where the benefit of nootropics come in. They give you good motivation. Um, now, so once you take the nootropics in the one I studied, is called a stack. Stack always works better than a single ingredient herb or even synthetic uh, cognitive ability enhancing nootropics. One ingredient works is less effective than the two of them. So I'm gonna just, but this stack mean like you stack things on the top of each other. Okay, so you're stacking. All right, so that's like things put together. Another word for in herbs is synergy. Okay, so that's, we know what stacking is in nootropics or the herbs, and there's a reason for that. And that I experimented on myself. Let's say I take a product, herb or any, like it's one single ingredient in it, and I feel no measurable benefit or side effect, good or bad. Just because I didn't feel it doesn't mean it didn't affected me. Maybe the effect is too low, or maybe my sensors are not very sensitive. So I'm going to give you an example. Excuse me. Anything that would work on the caffeine sensors, I won't be able to detect it, my system, because my sensors related to caffeine are already numb because I take high quantity of coffee and caffeine stuff. So just because I took a product that acts on the same sensor, I won't feel it. But the effect was there. Maybe it's too low, or let's say it's just too low. And that's exactly the purpose of this explanation I'm going to do. Let's say that one single product has 5 points of effect, which I can't measure that easily. It's just too minor. And it boosts 5% of, let's say 3% of focus and 2% of memory. But it's only like a 5%, I can't measure it. Now when I combine that with another herb or amino acid or any other product, now that 5% effect I got the first time, now the same effect, since I combined it with the second product, that can enhance, the second product can enhance the first product's capability from 5% to 10%. Alright, so we are getting somewhere. It started from 5%, now we are already at 10. Just add another herb or chemical or alright. So we are at 10%. Now let's say we want to add one more herb or ingredient in it, or chemical nootropics. Now that the third one not only can enhance the capacity of the first one, which the 5 to 10 we already are there, it can turn 10 to 15 now. And on the top of that, it can also enhance the third product, because we are using 3 now. So the first product by itself, we start with 5% benefit, or 5 points, whatever you want to call. Then we add another one, we turn that from 5 to 10%. The second product will turn 10% of benefit, and we can feel it now I can feel it in my brain or my mind or my body. As soon as we add the third product, now it's 15% benefit. That is the reasoning behind the stacking. So now you know. That's why in some stacks you see 10 products, and every person, a lot of people who are in bodybuilding or maybe also in Silicon Valley, where they make all these apps and they work for big hedge funds or whatever, they constantly, they gotta use their mind and brain constantly, focus, do this, do the calculation, make an app or whatever. So they've been using it for a long time. Some of them, they use it, maybe they're illegal. We don't know, but the legal ones, So they constantly need that, they use it, and that's why they have edge, because an average person doesn't have knowledge. So they have 10, 15 stack. Now, if a new person comes into this arena, they can read something and they can take it, and they can end up in the hospital because they took random stuff because they read it. I just exaggerated, obviously, uh, but it's so you don't know how you're gonna react, and once you have a bad effect from the nootropics or any product, it creates a memory in your mind and your brain and your body that it's bad, don't take it, and then you stop taking it. And that's another point. Experiment is very important. Now, experiment is not a bad word. It's just you're going to do an experiment, do with somebody that has some already prior knowledge, so they can protect you, and they go from um, less intensive stuff. So or you can do your own research, it's not a problem, but to google to do research in this, it would it would take you months and years, and you still won't know where you can always draw a conclusion, but it's time and energy consumed in this project, which I did, by the way, for the last 25 years. uh, and as you can see, I look so young and handsome, and I'm so smart, taking all the nootropics and herbs. So the whole point is that once you have a small bad side effect, you can't quit. You can't just label it. Uh, Somebody takes some herb and they have this rash, and they say, this is bad. This is not working. It's from hell. I had to go to a emergency room. Most of the herbs are detoxifying, and we have a lot of lead and mercury and a whole bunch of pesticide in our sitting in our bones and in our livers, and they chelate. By nature, herbs are very smart. Their whole purpose on the planet is to preserve life and reproduce. So they're gonna chelate. They're gonna pull the stuff out, garbage in your bloodstream, and it's gonna bother you. So my point here is not just don't take random stuff. Uh, if you have enough time and energy and you want to invest in that, you can obviously do that, but it's always good to find somebody who has prior knowledge, and the main thing is trust, that you trust that person. Maybe you know somebody uh, closely, your friend or somebody you can trust. All right, so now I'm gonna stress that a little bit further on that part. I met somebody in Chicago, this lady, and she needed this nootropic things, and she asked me for help because I was constantly telling her these stories. So I did end up creating something very basic, and um, she didn't feel good. It irritated her stomach. A lot of stuff there intense on stomach. They could be depending what is your digestive tract condition. She was already susceptible to indigestion. So then I stopped, but she said, "No, can you find something else?" I said, "You sure?" So she didn't want to quit. So I created the second one. It didn't work. The third one she liked. Now, the second one didn't work, and it didn't give her. But you said okay. So the third combo I created, I did research. It's like I hit the spot. Next morning I see her. She has a sparkle in her eye, and she was jumping up and down like a rabbit. So she started running, jogging, exercising, and she said, "This is good stuff." So, so the whole point of the story is she didn't quit. She did not quit. The same way, when I start taking spirulina, I had these mad headaches behind my eye. So then I did research. I find out spirulina would give you the headaches. So I thought maybe spirulina I'm taking is contaminated or low quality, which is actually happens all the time in herbal industries. Quality control is everything. Quality control for pesticide, heavy metals, potency, because the herbs, these products can lose their potency really fast or even change into something else. how some of the products, how you store, they're very sensitive to heat and moisture. So the research is very important, where you buy it from. And so okay, so spirulina I find out. So I said maybe it's contaminated. I did my research. I even asked my supplier to provide me with a, excuse me, certified organic certificate. They did. And I did research, and they were very happy. And anybody can provide you with a certified organic certificate online, or even they can send you in the mail. Well, is it real or not? We don't know. But that I did my thorough research. I went on the website. It was published even for the government to come and see. And so okay, so I concluded, all right, quality is not the issue. So because spirulina by nature, it has chlorophyll, whole a bunch of stuff that chelates or it detoxifies. So whatever was inside, and that's what I read, it does that, gives you mild headache. So whatever was sitting, maybe was trying to chelate or trying to pull out. It took me year and a half of suffering, but I stick with it, and eventually I had no headache. I can take 2 tablespoonful of spirulina. Now this is a wild story. As a individual, I do wild things and extreme things with my stuff. I won't recommend it, but I just told you this story, that motivation, inspiration, that just because you have a minor setback, you can't just quit. So that's the purpose of nootropics. That would give you initial spark and initial this motivation and inspiration. It's just like you get in the car. No, you turn the ignition, and it travels, kicks the excuse me, the spark, and the spark starts the engine, and now it started. So this would be the initial spark, and you have to work on it. Alright, so this was our video for today. Thanks again for watching. Until we meet the next time.